Good evening, Alex Carbonara, and good evening everybody else joining us here for round 15 of our No Rewind F1 2019 season. We are going to be live at Singapore this evening. Good evening, Mike the streamer, good to have you along. We are going to Singapore. It is the last of the street circuits on the calendar, yeah, it's probably one of the better street circuits, I feel. It kind of feels like a little bit more open than some of the other tracks. However, it is a night race, so that will change the complexion a little bit. So yeah, not quite sure what to expect from this one. We come off the back of a positive race at Italy last time out. It was a wet race, and despite not finishing in the points, we made big progress for up the field. We were in last place, and we moved up the field and finished in that 11th spot. So hopefully we can carry some of that momentum through. Engine. Yes, there is an engine in the car. So the wear's okay at the minute. We don't need to change anything at the minute. Jeff will probably complain, because Jeff complains about everything. No points on our license following our crash a little while back. The stewards deemed that it wasn't our fault, so we're in the clear following our crash in Belgium. Thanks for bringing that up again, Alex Carbonara. Jeff good. Well, Jeff is hit and miss, isn't he? Is our Jeff, the race engineer. So without any more messing around, let's get to our one-shot no rewind qualifying here at Singapore. This is round 15 of our championship. We are heading towards the end at a rapid pace of knots here. We are in a good position in the championship. We're 8th overall. Hopefully we can nick a couple of extra points to add to our tally here in Singapore.
Circuit. The atmosphere is thick, not just with humidity.
So as you can see, we are at night here in Singapore. We go straight into our qualifying. So this is one of my more preferred street circuits. I'm not really a fan of the street circuits, but of all of them, this is my favourite. See the ghost of Hamilton just ahead there. Ooh, that's not good. Well, that'll be last place then. This is the problem with the street circuits. No runoff area. No rewind, obviously, in this season, so we're starting from the back of the grid for this one. But that is not the end of the world. I mean, we're in a Williams, we wouldn't expect to be much further up the grid anyway, so no harm done, and it gives us nothing to lose in this race. Gives you all a chance to see a bit more of the track, eh? Showing you some sights that you wouldn't otherwise see.
Okay, that's pretty disappointing, but we can turn it around.
So, as we expected, obviously we crashed it, so we were only ever going to be last.
With qualifying finished,
Unfortunate,
it's
but
time
hey,
to remind
you know, that's the way
ourselves
it goes
of our
sometimes
top
on these
3.
tracks.
Hamilton, Bottas.
So, as I say, we can't lose anything more, so we can only go forwards on this grid. Let's get straight on with the race. However, what this does mean, Alex Carbonara, is that we can have a look at the tyres. I know we spoke yesterday about the swapping the tyre strategies, and we weren't able to do anything with it. So perhaps now that we have qualified this far down at the very back, we might be able to change the tyre strategy for the race.
Tough luck there. It's not quite where we'd want to be on the grid, but chin up, it's not the end of the world.
So good evening to everybody joining us. We are heading now to our race here, round 15. We are at Singapore. It is a night race. It is a street circuit.
Hello and welcome one and all to the shining
it has already
streets
claimed
of Singapore.
its first victim this weekend.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after
So before we get into it, we'll have a quick look
Okay, here
at
we go.
the race strategy and the car
Don't let me
setup.
down.
Ah, yes, you see, here, Mr. Carbonara, one for you here. We're outside the top 10. We can change our tyre strategy. So, let's have a little play. Make this the first stint. Okay. Run long on the mediums at the start and revert to the soft tyres at the end of the race. Let's do that. I know it's saying there that its projected race time is a little bit slower than what the strategy was before, but let's roll the dice and upset Jeff, the race engineer. So, let's get to it. Okay, so Kubica has taken a grid penalty, so look at that, we've already made a place, we haven't even started yet.
Okay, our system checks are good. We need to
So
stay in
here is the
formation.
formation
Start
lap.
bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get
This will
some load
hopefully
into
be
the tyres
the
and
one lap
work
of
the
the race
brakes.
where we are
We want them nice
guaranteed
and
not
warm
to
by
win
the
it,
end of the lap.
but you never know. This is a JCBenno race after all, and anything can happen here when we are live in a no rewind situation. So, we work our way around the formation lap, we have a quick look. As we've seen all throughout this season, we don't really need to do anything to get the car in the right position. Everything kind of gets itself to green automatically. Brakes, they're in the yellow, that just means they're a little bit warm at the minute, but that's fine because they're cooled down whilst we're sat on the grid. And as you can see, just driving around the track gets the cold air to them, and then they come back down. So all okay, all fine. So this is one of the tighter parts of the track. It gets nice and narrow, and then a sharp
Radar
left-hand
is
corner
clear.
there.
Weather is looking good for now.
Bring it home in one piece. Yep, that is the aim. It's a fairly, it's not a short run up to the first corner, I don't think. We're on the right-hand side of the track. We're starting on the right-hand side of the track, and it's a left-hand corner. So we'll have a little bit of run-off room because we don't know what's going to happen on this first corner. We might need to take some evasive action to try and protect the car and avoid a crash. So here we are as we come around the final kink here. Join up at the back of the grid. So we've got Grosjean directly in front of us. Our nemesis, Roman Grosjean, directly ahead of us. We've got a bit of history with him. Catch up on that on some of the other races. But for now, the lights are on for Singapore. And we're off. Grosjean got a good start. Everyone got a good start. But as you see, it all bunches up. Keep it tidy, keep it tidy. You don't want any damage. Oh, brilliant.
That move was illegal. Return the position.
Illegal on Kubica, okay. So, not an ideal first corner there.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Jeff's already coming in with the new strategies. He wants us to pit on lap 1 and go to the hard. That would be our two-stop, well, that would be not two-stop strategy, that would be our race strategy. The benefit of doing this is we can go long, we can get some clean laps under our belt. Oh, it timed out, so we're sticking with it for now. So the problem with the street circuits is it's a tricky one to get past. We don't want to kind of make any lunges.
Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
So this is where we suffer. Without that front wing, we struggle around there. Okay, so we will pit next lap. Now that we know what the car's like to get around. With the damage to the front wing, we will throw it into the pits on the next lap. I'm in DRS zones, I think 2. One is down this straight, I believe.
Okay, we have an issue with the control electronics box. That's going to do additional damage to all other power unit components.
So we will pit in this lap. We've got the damage to it. I don't know if Jeff's going to offer us another strategy. No, are you referencing the damage to the electronics there, Mike? I feel like we're quicker than Kubica. I'm just struggling to find an opportunity to get past him in a minute. So
entering lap 3 now. DRS has
after
been enabled.
the previous races where we pitted without agreeing it with Jeff, I opted not to go into the pits that time because I don't think they were expecting it, and I don't want to pit for nothing.
Expect a lot of understeer unless we replace it.
We're going to have to pit. Is Jeff been all for a change of strategy? Not sure how I call for a pit stop, so
Okay, we can take you this lap.
yeah. Box this lap. Oh. So because it's a street circuit, it's even slower in the pit lane. This should be our one stop of the race. They put a new front wing on, we can put some tidy laps together and challenge towards the end of this race. We're going for the softs at this point, interesting, okay.
Complete, go now.
I mean, that's not too bad, 6 seconds for a front wing change. I mean, I'll take it.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Christ, that is tight, isn't it? So, we of course have pitted first. We are the first car to
turn up the
pit.
engine to mix mode 3 if you need it. Turn fuel to rich.
So, the gap is bigger than what it really is at this point. Obviously, they've all driven off, but they will all have to come into the pits, at which point we'll play a bit of catch-up. Assuming I don't put it into a wall. Not sure what I was looking back at there. There's literally no one behind me. It's a tricky left-hander, that one. You come through a real tight little chicane bit and then hard on the brakes. So, up in the top right-hand corner, you'll see that we've got a purple middle sector. That means that we've set the fastest middle sector of anyone this race. So we're making the most of the early pit stop and the clean air. Unfortunately, the second part was not so hot. So it'll probably still be another couple of laps before any of the others come in. They normally pit around, you know, the midway point of the race, anywhere between 7 to 10 really they'll be coming in. So we just need to keep putting in some pace now.
27.0 seconds.
That's our fastest first sector of the race. Sliding around on the back there, got on the power a little too early. And then there's nowhere to go wrong there. So we're still pumping in greens. Greens means it is the fastest sector that we have put in. So like I say, we are taking advantage of this open space, which will hopefully make up some of that deficit that we have had from having to change the front wing.
Gasly is in the pits.
Okay, so Gasly's pitted.
You'll be on the mediums.
do you mean we're approaching the pit window? We've already pitted. I'm not pitting again. Don't be saying things like that to me, Jeff. But anyway, as you can see, we've now caught back up because we've started to get to the pit window. Gasly is the next car up on track. You can see him just up there. We're still setting green sectors, which is what we need to be doing. Jeff's making nonsense calls about going back into the pits. Jeff, you can do one, quite frankly, because we're not pitting again. We'll get these tyres home. Gasly's right there, so it's not going to be long till we are in striking distance of him. Purple sector for us again through the middle. We had the pace on him, but there's not going to be many opportunities to get past him, so we just need to keep it tidy.
Robert is in the pits. Robert in the pits.
Our teammate is in the pits, so obviously we were racing with him, so where we come out relative to him will be a good indicator of whether or not we've had a good pit stop window or not. And we appear to have come out in front of him, so despite having to change the front wing, we've managed to jump him by going into the pits early, getting onto the tyres and having some clean air to run on. Nearly undid all of that by losing my front wing to Gasly. Wasn't really much room there. Had to get a little bit physical, but we were lucky not to pick up any damage. Next up the road, Kvyat. Got on the track. So there we go, starting to put some distance
Okay, gap ahead is 2.1 seconds.
So as we've seen in previous races, when the cars get stuck in a bit of a train like this, they can't go as fast as they normally would do, and they kind of hold themselves up a little bit, which gives us a good opportunity to catch back up and get through the pack.
We want to pit this lap, so push now.
Jeff must be having a laugh if he thinks we're pitting again. Guys, what do you think? Surely we can't listen to Jeff's advice and go for a pit, surely. Oh, Gasly's rammed into the back of us. No pit. Yeah, I agree with you, Michael Streamer. I don't think it's a good idea to come to the pits.
Pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we
Give
exceed
it up,
it.
Jeff. We've already
Keep
been
that
in once,
mind as
mate.
you approach.
There's literally no benefit in this race to pitting.
definitely seeing some signs of abrasion on your tyres now. They should still be good to run on, but they won't be at their best. Gap to teammate behind is 5.2 seconds.
I'm surprised that no one's crashed yet this race. This is, well, I mean, apart from us at the beginning. Oof. Street circuit, we've had a retirement most races, I'd say. There's normally been somebody with an issue, which has resulted in a few virtual safety cars. We've not had a full safety car at all yet this season.
Mind that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Real tight corner there. If you come in too hot, then it can cost you a lot of time. We seem to have left Gasly behind. We seem to be struggling to make any kind of indent on Kvyat.
Is a second a lap faster. 1 second.
Second a lap faster ahead of us. However, there's people that are still pitting. Who's that we've just got ahead of? Hey, Grosjean, we're out ahead of Grosjean. Well, Grosjean's behind us. Our nemesis Grosjean, that is. We are not letting Grosjean back through. I will drive him into the wall before I let him through. Okay, this car is getting a
car
little
behind you has just fitted the hard tyres. Car behind, running hards.
We are starting to slide all over the place. It's getting a little bit tricky to keep this car pointing where we want it to go. But this is a street circuit. There is not many opportunities for overtaking, so Grosjean is not coming past.
Be aware the car behind has newer tyres. Car behind on newer tyres.
Yes, I'm aware that the car behind has newer tyres. Yeah, well, we've had a bit of history with Grosjean at previous races. You can find those on my channel or on YouTube as well. So we need a little bit of retribution here. We are not letting him back past.
There's only 4 seconds gap between you and the car ahead. Keep pushing.
Even if we, you can see there the car squirming around. It is pretty tricky at this point, but hey. Keep Grosjean behind, that is the aim. I've never really driven the tyres off the cliff, so to speak. I know we've kind of seen in previous races when they go off a little bit and the car gets a little tricky to drive, but I think this is going to be the first time where we're really just ignoring Jeff's call for a pit stop. So let's see what happens to the tyres. Can you get punctures? Can they blow up? I don't know. Grosjean is right behind us now. Oh, we nearly put it into the wall there. Very sideways, going under the tunnel, through the tunnel rather. Grosjean's right
Leading
there.
our teammate by
Grosjean, give it up,
4.3
man.
seconds.
Look at him, he's just always looking for a fight. Look at him. I mean, I was a little bit aggressive on him. It's getting physical with Grosjean. We were behind him on the DRS pickup point, so we've got the DRS there. No means no. Yeah, he's not coming through. Unless I put it in the wall.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Oh, we've got loads of fuel left this race. Give me some more fuel. This car is pretty tricky to drive now. You can see the wear. Go on, Kubica. Kubica behind Grosjean now. That's what we can aim for. Oh man. So down in the bottom right hand corner, you can see how worn our tyres are. So the rear tyres are nearly 80% worn. That is why the car is just sliding all over the place. We're going to have to get a little bit physical with Grosjean again. Oh, we've not made the corner, but hey, we kept the position. Oh, Kubica's got past him now. Got the teammate behind us, but that's good. Grosjean's further back. Get out of here, Grosjean. Oh man, they've all just got such better drive off the corners, given the fact that they've got tyres and I haven't. I mean, Robert.
Okay, you have some front wing damage, but not enough to justify a stop in the remaining laps. Okay, clear.
That's twice we've had a situation where the tyres have locked up. Well, not locked up, locked together. And we've come off worse. There was me fighting off... who was I fighting? Fighting off Grosjean. Oh, Gasly's still behind us. I mean, I can't stop the car. Look at that. Look how worn the tyres are.
Box.
I thought it was a strange call when we came into the pits earlier on and they put the soft tyres on so early. But look at this. We can't stop the car. There is literally nothing of these tyres left.
There's
Look
3
at it.
laps of fuel remaining.
Maybe Jeff had a point.
Robert is coming in for a stop.
Yeah. It's like driving on ice. I can't stop for the pit. 92% worn. These tyres were absolutely done. So, yeah, not sure why they went onto the soft tyres early on. I thought the early call was hard tyres, but hey, I mean, this was a disaster of a race. You can see how worn they are on the left edge, bits and pieces hanging off them. We've got some nice fresh tyres on now.
Release, release.
Bit of a slower stop there, wasn't it? This is a new low, really? Do you think, Carbonara?
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Of all of the JCBenno you've seen, you would say
Blue
this
flag.
is the worst? Yeah, I have to agree. It's pretty poor. Well, we're racing 5th place now. It's incredible how different the car feels with decent tyres on. Romain Grosjean's out of the session! Yes! We're gonna beat Grosjean! Fuck it, Grosjean. I can quite clearly see the blue flags. Come on then. I mean, they give me the blue flags and then none of them are coming past. Turn the fuel up some more. I think it's already on max Thompson. Yeah, it is. We're on rich already.
Caution.
Hey, look,
Caution.
there's retired Grosjean on the left there. Okay, well, that was a disaster show, that was, wasn't it?
Can't say that I'm happy with how today
Absolute
went,
disaster.
but I'm
Nothing
sure you
went
gave
right
it your
with that
best.
race,
Better
apart
luck
from
next time.
Grosjean not finishing. So, hey, there we go.
That's it
Every
for another
cloud.
Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were? And I can see the drivers starting to approach the
I
podium
think
for
we
the
need to
victory
move
celebrations.
away from,
A real team victory today. Everybody played their
Need
part.
to move away from
Congratulations
Singapore
then to
as
Mercedes,
quickly
your
as
race winners today.
possible.
So, let's review the drivers' standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton,
What has that
who
done
moves
to the drivers'
further ahead at
standings?
the top of the
Who
table. After an
near to
incredible
us?
day of racing, who was your
So
driver
we
of the day,
keep our
Ant?
Often my
eighth place.
go-to would be a
Sergio
driver
Perez
who's
ahead of
managed
us,
to pull
moves
off an
slightly
especially
further ahead.
impressive
He's now
feat during the
11
race.
points.
However, in this
Extremely
instance, I was
horrific.
more
Yeah,
impressed
I
by
agree.
Max
Can't really
Verstappen's
argue with
solid,
that.
clean driving.
That was a shocker. Let's move quickly on. Yeah, there's not really much to recap there. It was a disaster in qualifying. It was a disaster in the first corner. And it was a disaster at the end when we completely ran out of tyres. So, one to forget. I thought we may have overcome a bad bit of luck that we were going through, but no. Still